Hello there and welcome to another episode of All-CAW Wrestling Action. It's the final season. We're counting down to Christmas where we're going to be bringing this whole bloody thing to an end.
Hooray.
And we're doing for the last time the Battle of the Pre-Orders. Hello there, I'm the Big Daddy D, sitting here at ringside as the Ultimate Warrior is shooting off his load. I'm joined here at ringside by...
Hello, it's me, the lead developer for WWE 2K20.
You fuck! You are! What the fuck are you doing here? What have you done to this game, you ass?
Look, Ukes left, we couldn't use any of their shit.
So then why did you put a game out to begin with?
Because Vince McMahon literally has a gun held to my head at all times.
Yeah, we find more and more stuff out about the game, we find out more of the glitches that are going off, we find out that if you play universe mode, the whole thing crashes when you get to November.
Seriously?
Yeah.
My God.
We find out that because Ukes left, they took all the models with them, so they had to get another studio in to basically rebuild it from scratch. That's why it looks awful.
Yeah.
They had to use...
Then use an engine from the PS2 era.
Yes, I heard this year that they're taking from the PS2 era, but they've kind of like tried to adapt it as best as they could for next gen.
It doesn't work because the engine is one of the hardest mile breaking in the game.
Yeah, and for those people that said, "Oh Christ, it looks like a PlayStation 2 game," that's the fucking reason why.
Yep.
Sorry, are we actually going to talk about the match at any point? Or are we just going to have a right good rant about how shit 2K20 is?
Let's talk a bit about the match. Here we've got Ultimate Warrior and Sting. Old
school Sting. These two used to be a tag team back in the day. They were the Blade Runners when Sting was still called Sting and Ultimate Warrior was called Rock, believe it or not.
Very radical Blade Runners.
Yeah. They had like the face paint on, as they continue to wear throughout their careers. Oh, but we've not just got one Sting in this match. No. We have two Stings.
Anti-Sting. Dark Sting.
Crow Sting. Sting, that one.
That's a very crap match at WrestleMania, Sting.
Has a rather obvious bald spot. Sting. No, actually, this is Sting from like 1997. Yes, this was part of the 2K15 pre-order, where if you pre-order, you play as two versions of Sting. 2K15, that was another shit one as well, wasn't it?
Ooh.
It was the one just after 2K had taken over.
And you know how like 25 characters matches now? About my
I know the scale down the number of creative wrestlers you could have to like 10 or something ridiculous like
I could have thought it was between like 10 and 25 characters.
Or before you could have like 50.
Yeah. We did get a bit better later on, that's why we're using 2K.
This is 2K18 that we're
18,
using, yes.
But of course it doesn't come back down here.
Oh, this is another thing as well. I've seen comparison videos on YouTube where they compare 2K19 to 2K20, and in pretty much all those aspects, 2K19 looks better. Like even when you're having a backstage brawl and you ram someone into the electrical fuse box, in 2K19 sparks fly off it, in 2K20 sparks do not fly off it.
It's probably because we had to remake all of the assets in like a couple of months, really.
Yeah. So, but basically, what 2K and what I think 2K is to blame, and I also think WWE is to blame because WWE have to have a new game out every single frigging year, don't they? Oh Christ, yes, 2K16, the pre-order. We have two Terminators, so this is Terminator 1. This is before he has the leather jacket. He has like a bit of an odd-looking T-shirt, and
he also appears to have a mullet.
A mullet and it was the 80s, and what could very well be like a flasher Mac. Yeah, this is Terminator 1 making his way out here, and no doubt Terminator 2 will be following as well. Oh, and of course there's been a long-standing rivalry between Sting and the Terminator in these matches, hasn't there?
Of course.
The Battle of the Pre-Orders, it's either been won by Sting or a variation of Sting, or the Terminator or a variation of the Terminator. Will that happen again tonight? Probably, you never know.
Probably the help will be answering either's favour because you get two of them.
Yes. It'll only be... Well, we could have had two Kurt Angles, but, we don't have Rey Mysterio this year, so there's no one representing 2K19, I'm afraid. Because we kind of got shit of that car by accident.
Hey, but we can't re-download them because we shut down all the servers.
Shut down all the servers, yeah, thanks for that 2K, you fucking wankers. This is the thing, Rey Mysterio was a pre-order character in last year's game. Just fast forward to this year, right? Rey Mysterio's only been used to like build up a feud between Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. Because we have Brock Lesnar beat up Rey Mysterio's kid. Does Rey Mysterio get revenge on Brock Lesnar? No, he brings out Cain Velasquez. Oh yeah, because he's Mexican, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not going to actually have Mysterio wrestle. It's like, you beat up my son, so I'm going to get some other guy to beat you up.
Yeah, I'm going to get someone else's dad to beat you up.
I'll get my dad on you.
And don't get wrong, Cain Velasquez does look like someone's dad. I mean, he's clearly not been in the gym since he quit, since he retired from UFC. I mean, I said this the other week, didn't I? It looks like someone's dad in a beer garden that's been drinking all afternoon. Look at that t-shirt that the Terminator's wearing. That just screams 80s, doesn't it? And believe it or not, that is the t-shirt. You go back and watch the original Terminator, that is what he's wearing. Because everyone assumes Terminator looks like this. All, comes out on the bike, he's all dressed in leather. He's got a slightly more sensible haircut.
That's not the Terminator 2, though.
That's Terminator 2, yeah. Terminator 1, the Terminator had horrendous dress sense. And the guy who was sent to protect Sarah Connor, Kyle Reese, he wasn't that much better. I mean, he was wearing a pair of trousers that he literally stole off of some drunk homeless person. I mean, he probably stunk of piss for all we know.
The entire film, he just stinks of piss.
He just stinks of piss, and he still manages to have sex with Sarah Connor. So that's
just impressive.
Yeah. Not as impressive though as taking a bullet hole in the tit and still carrying on, but there you go. So what else about 2K? Oh god, the character models are all awful. I might very well splice in some footage of some of the more hilarious glitches. Oh, the ragdoll physics with people spinning around the ring.
Physics are absolutely buggered.
Yeah, people getting caught in the ropes and just throwing themselves around the place like a toddler in a supermarket throwing a tantrum because they've been told you can't have any sweets.
Like, we know these other 2K games been a bit buggered. Like, for example, we have the Slankovic stumbling around forever glitch.
Oh, yes.
We had last episode where King decided to work for the audience for a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, and there's another episode that I have recorded just recently. It's Harry Potter versus Kylo Ren. You will be seeing it on this channel very soon. And during the match, the two of them just stopped and stared at each other for what seemed like an age before they started wrestling again. And Terminator, please don't smile like that. That just looks sinister.
That's scaring me. Please stop.
Although
stop it.
That is on brand actually with that scene from Terminator 2, the special edition, where John Connor tries to teach Terminator how to smile, and it comes across as really creepy and weird. But that's on purpose,
Here's Goldberg. He's also a pre-order.
Yeah, he was. He's the pre-order from 2K17. And it's like you can play as two versions of Goldberg. So it's Goldberg in black pants or Goldberg in black and white pants.
Riveting.
Yay! I'm not too keen on that attire though, to be honest. When it's because it's white on one side. All he has to do is turn to his right. It looks like he's wearing a giant man nappy. Which, when you're a badass like Goldberg, don't really help. Oh, and the entrances look really shit 2K20 as well. Have you seen the stage? Right. In particular, I'll probably do a splicey here. The state of the Bailey one, with her inflatable bodies just acting like some sort of abomination, and Bianca Belair, she has that long ponytail thing.
Right.
Looks fine in 2K19 because she'd be swinging it around like a whip.
Yeah.
Now in 2K20, it's just like it just doesn't move. It's just this long thing that she's just holding that doesn't move. It's absolutely dreadful. And what they should have done is turned around and said, look, we're really sorry, we're not going to have a WWE game this year. Ukes have gone off to do their own thing. What we want to do is do a 2-year development and bring you the very best game possible. But of course they're not going to do that. They cost money. Yeah. And they're not going to do that because WWE want their money because they have to have a sports game out every fucking year. Sorry, sports game.
That's the thing, because people are still going to buy 2K20, so they're going to make more money off it.
Oh yeah.
Release them on every single year.
Yeah, not all of this has come out after people have already pre-ordered the game, after they've already bought the game. Yeah, because they have to have a new fucking game out every year. Because WWE aren't making enough money as it is. The whole Saudi Arabia thing and what have you. Ooh, don't even get me started on that. Yeah, that's it. This shit game is coming out at the same, roughly. I mean, we're recording this video on the same. We're recording this video on the same day that they're about to have another show in Saudi Arabia where basically they'll do the usual spineless thing where they'll completely gloss over the fact that they're in Saudi Arabia and they'll completely ignore the fucking violent shit that's going on over there, and the oppression and what have you. Oh, we're going to have a women's match there. yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that women's match turns out to be a fucking empty arena match, and they do that after everyone's gone home. To be honest with you,
Well, I had a promo show in the first time we were in Saudi Arabia, and I think I can't remember one of the female wrestlers shows up for like a brief second.
On a video, Carmella, yeah.
And it caused like a mass controversy.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
oh no, you can see their leg.
Well, to be honest, every time they've done one of these shows at Saudi Arabia, the entire front row have all got the backs to the bloody ring. They're all chatting amongst themselves. They're all on the mobile phones. So they're probably hoping, right, whilst they're all not looking at the ring, let's put the women on quick before anyone notices. Now we have to come to the 2K20 pre-order bonus character.
Oh no.
You've not seen this, have you?
I actually don't know what it is.
And bear in mind, there wasn't a car of this for me to download, so I basically had to take the existing model and try and make it work. It's the Fiend! It's the Fiend!
What the fuck is that?
It's the Fiend, Bray Wyatt! Or a special needs version of him.
Are you...
Why?
Why?
Why? Why not?
You should have done anything else.
Why not? Why not? Well, you know, I did my best. Well, actually, no, I did about 5 minutes and I thought, fuck it, that'll do. Which is probably about as much time as what 2K20
Oh
The face! Little Daddy, shoot. This is a shoot now, folks. He's legitimately got his head buried in his hands.
I give up on you.
It's like,
I've not seen this yet. I should point out.
thank God this is the last season. My God. I really hope he doesn't win this.
Getting flashbacks of that bloody Godzilla song.
Oh yes, it's the same mask.
It is,
It's
yeah.
the same bloody mask. Hey, there he is. Now the lights have come back on. He kind of looks like an albino version of the Blue Beanie.
It looks like someone doing a really shit dress up of the Joker.
Yeah. Hey, I got his trousers and his coat and his vest. All right.
Yeah, it's not enough to distract, really.
No, not really, not really. Well, it doesn't matter because there's going to be like 7 other people to distract you.
And the match has already started.
Yep. And here we go, the match starts off here. So Sting is tying off with Goldberg. Meanwhile, Sting is tying off with the Terminator. And oh God, Bray Wyatt just suplexed the Angle.
Sting attempted to throw Goldberg over the edge, or at least whatever he's doing there.
Terminator delivering multiple German suplex to the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, Kurt Angle with a power bomb to Bray Wyatt. So so if WWE aren't putting out shoddy, broken video games and putting out like spineless, cowardly propaganda shows in Saudi Arabia, they're also releasing racist T-shirts.
Oh boys, what do you want me to get to this one?
do you want to lead us with this?
Right, well, disclaimer, I've not watched NXT in a while, so I'm not sure of this wrestler's name.
Jordan Myles?
Jordan Myles, yeah.
Yes.
Jordan Myles and his big smiles.
Yes.
He's a new wrestler, he's a black fella, and his gimmick is that he's got a winning smile, basically. He's got a very nice smile.
Okay.
So for a t-shirt, they decided to make that his t-shirt. So it's got his name, so it's got like a big mouth, his teeth are white, it's text, so it's saying Jordan Myles in his teeth.
Right, Jordan Myles in white teeth, okay.
In white teeth, and you've got some like red lips around it.
Big red lips.
Big red lips. So,
Okay.
so far, so good. Alright, you've got a smile. Now, what colour t-shirt shall we print this on? Oh, I know. Let's put this on a big black t-shirt.
Oh my God.
So Jordan Myles' shirt is a pair of big red lips on a black background, which I'm sure doesn't need any explanation.
I mean, are you telling me that nobody looked at that and went, yeah, this doesn't look right?
Did we not ask Jordan Myles himself? Clearly not.
From what I can gather, Jordan Myles was asked about it and he said there were certain parts of it that he weren't happy with it. Then he got told, well, tough, Triple H says he likes it, so we're going with that anyway. Then when Jordan Myles went to speak to Triple H about it, Triple H replied with, well, I was under the impression, I was told that you approved it. So, Kurt Angle's been eliminated. So it's just been an absolute mess, clusterfuck of it. I mean, this Jordan Myles hasn't exactly done himself much.
Sting's been thrown out, by Ultimate Warrior Goldberg.
And Goldberg. I don't think Jordan Myles has done himself much favours. I mean, he's been right to have a go about it on Twitter, but now he's gone to the point where he's saying WWE doesn't give a shit about black people, and it's like, right, mate, they're going to look for a scapegoat for this.
You're getting future endeavoured.
You're getting future endeavoured. They're going to look for a scapegoat for this. It's like you are actually turning yourself into your own scapegoat now. As we see Sting about to deliver a tombstone pile driver to Sting. What the hell?
Obviously, speak up about issues like this because it's important, but don't.
But then go off on a full-on rant saying the company I work for is racist, you know.
Yeah, especially with WWE's image we're trying to push. You have to be very careful with how you word things, I feel.
Well, WWE just seem like they can't do anything right at the moment. I mean, when they're good, they're absolutely good, no one can touch them. But when they're bad, my God, they just can't stop.
Everything goes bad.
Yeah, they just can't stop doing things bad. It just carries on.
It's like Fallout 76.
I mean, thank God we now have AEW. I mean, AEW is absolutely killing it in the ratings at the moment. They're killing NXT in the ratings. They're doing absolutely brilliant. They're doing really well for themselves. And Terminator's just eliminated Sting, whilst Goldberg is a jackhammer to the Ultimate Warrior. The Sting-Terminator feud continues. We've now got 2 Terminators and a Sting in there.
Will we get anyone else winning the match? Possibly. I sure hope it isn't the Fiend. I don't want to see any more of that.
And a lot of what we've heard is that a lot of people in NXT aren't happy with how things are going at the moment. Turning over press slam into a power bomb there on the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, you would have thought they'd been moved from the WWE network to the USA network now, is it? Or something like that. You'd have thought the guys on the roster would have been getting like a considerable pay rise. No, nothing of the sort.
No, even though they're actually on TV now.
You know, you've suddenly gone from being like the development brand to being actually, no, you are the legit third brand. Oh, okay, so are we going to get paid the same as the guys on SmackDown and Raw? No, you're not. It's like, well, what kind of bullshit is that, you know? Speaking of which, SmackDown on Fox, they've now been moved from Fox Sports to FS1, which is like one of their sort of lower channels. This is only after a couple of weeks. Vince McMahon fired Eric Bischoff after like 2 weeks of SmackDown being on Fox because apparently it was Bischoff's fault or something like that, you know. It's like, well, who are you going to fire next when the ratings go down? Are you going to fire Bruce Pritchard next? Are you going to bring on Heyman and then fire him? Maybe you should consider firing your own family members. There's an idea.
Sorry, we have missed this, but Ultimate Warrior got eliminated.
No, the Ultimate Warrior was thrown out. Who chucked him out?
I'm not sure. We were too busy talking.
Too busy ranting. Oh God! All right. So look at that. The Terminator's saying to Bray Wyatt, "Just bring it." So Bray Wyatt does. He gives him a kick in the stomach. Meanwhile, Terminator 1 is clobbering Sting. Goldberg's still trying to get up. Should we talk about the wrestling for a bit? Might be a little bit. And pump handle slam there from Bray Wyatt. No bumming because he's not the road dog. And fucks him over the top rope. Jesus.
There goes one Terminator.
Maybe
there was sexual equals.
Maybe there was a certain amount of bumming. I don't know. Terminator eliminates Bray Wyatt. Terminator 1 gets revenge on Terminator 2 for something.
Can Goldberg overcome both Terminator and Sting to end this bloody streak?
Yeah, that's it. If someone else other than Terminator and Sting win this match, does that mean the Terminator v Sting rivalry comes to an end? Oh, it does! Terminator eliminates Sting! We're now down to Goldberg and Terminator! Double butterfly suplex slam thing!
Well, we have to see, will Terminator eliminate Goldberg and win yet again?
Even though it's a Terminator from a different film. Oh God, and Goldberg's absolutely beating the shite out of him. Goldberg looking much better here than what he did at the last Saudi Arabia show they did.
Terminator!
Goldberg wins!
Goldberg breaks the streak!
Hooray! Thank God for that. Someone else other than Sting or Terminator wins this fucking thing. Let's look at some replays. We saw a nice tombstone piledriver from Sting to Sting. We saw it would have been a jackhammer, but someone's
fire that cameraman.
Yes, we saw a Terminating spike there from Terminator 2 to Bray Wyatt, but then Bray Wyatt fucks Terminator 2 over the top rope there. And then, he just kind of nudges him with his ass.
A bit anticlimactic, but there you go. That's the end.
Your winner, it's Bill Goldberg, folks. Right, here we go, 3 weeks in. and I'm still not getting sick of this yet. You keep this going? Yeah, why not? Why not? Yes, you're a very angry man, we get it. So, WWE, the company that continues to put out regrettable, morally corrupt shows out Saudi Arabia, puts out racist t-shirts, puts out broken pieces of shit for video games. All I can say is thank God we've got AEW, thank God we've got All-CAW Wrestling, and in the words of Jim Cornette, thank you, good night, and fuck you.
Oh, Jimmy Jimbo.
Oh, by the way, also watch NWA Power as well. That's really, really good as well.